What's going on, guys, and welcome back. And today is the very first video of 2025. Wow, that was a terrible zoom out. Jeez. But of course today is the first video of 2025. And I am super stoked, man. 2024 was a pretty good year, of course. If you guys haven't yet, go check out the rewind of 2024. But in this video, we'll actually be talking about it. But yeah, just go check out the rewind. It was pretty good, honestly. I'm pretty happy with it. There was a lot of cool stuff that happened last year, which most of it we'll be talking about in this video, as well as the teases for the future and stuff like that. So yeah, man, 2024 was a pretty good year. Honestly, for the channel, it kind of wasn't, because there wasn't as many sculpted showcases. Like, if you look at the 2023 figures compared to 2024, there is definitely a decline, because 2024, I think, was the biggest year of sculpted figures, or just showcases in general, because there was a lot of big ones and a lot of big heavy hitters. And then 2024 is kind of some of the figures I kind of went back on and remade. And that's kind of what this year was, because last year was, of course, the Across the Spider-Verse showcase, as well as a bunch of other showcases that I had that I can't remember. Oh yeah, Kung Fu Panda, that was a big one too. But yeah, man, it was just, there was a lot of big showcases for 2023. And then we only had one big showcase. The other one was canceled, which we'll talk more about in a second. But yeah, Book of Life, man, was probably the big showcase of the year, which honestly, I'm very happy that even though I'm bummed out that the other showcase couldn't come out, I'm still actually pretty happy, because Book of Life was a very rewarding, some of my best work I think I've done with La Muerte and Xibalba over here, which you can barely see Xibalba. There you go. But yeah, Xibalba, I think, and La Muerte are both my favorite figures, detail-wise, as for 2024. But figure-wise, like, personal favorites are definitely Beavis and Butthead, because I'm just very attached to them, because they're so wacky and cool. And also, I'm very happy that that video did really well, the short showcase, because, once again, I really love the Beavis and Butthead. It's really awesome. And the movie that came out a couple years ago was also pretty good. So yeah, and everything else on the table, I guess we'll talk about the figures next, on kind of what I like, what I didn't like, and some canceled stuff here and there. Here are the horror figures up here. The horror figures were awesome. Great video for 2024. The only, I guess, well, also the Easter one, but one of the only ones that I did a holiday special for, because everybody kept asking me, where is the Christmas showcase? Because, like, people just kept asking me, where's the Christmas showcase? And I didn't respond. There was no Christmas showcase. Obviously, here we are in the future, and it didn't happen. That's because I was working on a Christmas special, which was A Colorful Christmas, which we will talk about DJ AJ Productions later in the video. But yeah, that's kind of the reason why I was gone, because I was working on a 6-minute video. And 6-minute video, in like a whole story wise, not really video wise, is definitely super difficult to do with the amount of class time and everything I had. So yeah, I definitely didn't have time for the Christmas showcases, but oh well. And then also the Easter ones, like I said, Hop turned out pretty well. And then Joker back here, a great remastered figure, actually. Not talking about the movie. Honestly, I kind of look at this figure now, and even though he was my first ever custom, like, painted figure, I still look at him in a bit disgust now, because I saw Joker 2. And honestly, don't watch it. I mean, if you have HBO Max or whatever, whatever the frick it's called, don't watch it. Don't watch Joker 2. Even if you're not allowed to even watch it yet, just don't watch it when you can, because Joker 2 is honestly a snooze fest. And it ruined the figure for me. Honestly, I love Joker 1. It's one of my favorite movies. And Joker 2 just took it out of me. And no, I will not be making Harley Quinn. Yeah, I'm not going to do Harley, but it's still, she was a cool character, I guess, or designed for the movie, but I'm just not going to make her. And then we have Deadpool over here representing Deadpool and Wolverine. Don't talk about that. And then we got Sonic over here representing the Sonic sets that I mostly did for the year. The only sets that I technically did all year was the Sonic sets and maybe some Marvel sets here and there. But yeah, and then we have my first ever sculpted brick-built character, I guess. I didn't really know what to label them in the rewind, but really great. Honestly, the way I designed him, I'm kind of angry now because the base of him was the dragon, like the whole dragon thing from Shang-Chi. And the dragon was meant to bend inwards, and I'm kind of angry because I wanted, I guess, Falcor to bend sideways, kind of move like this. But the way you move him, it's like this, where he's like, his whole body is going to be kind of leaning forward. And it's very hard to display him. That's why he's all jut out like that instead of being curled up, which I really wish I did. Retrospect, definitely a dumb idea on my part, but it's still a really great figure with a great paint job, and it's still really cool. So those are kind of all the figures on the table. Once again, not that many sculpted figures this time around because either time-wise and stuff like that, or not having motivation to make any figures. So yeah, that's kind of it. I guess now for the future of the channel, I guess we'll talk about that now. Kung Fu Panda Showcase. That's probably the big thing that everybody saw in the trailer was Kung Fu Panda Remastered Showcase will be coming out this month in January, hopefully. I'm finally going to sit down and finish the rest of the figures, which you guys did get a little preview of in the Rewind, which once again, go watch it, because I won't be showing them off in this video. You guys are going to have to go watch the Rewind if you want to see the figures, but there are only two. It's only Po and Shifu, but yeah, they're still pretty cool. They use the same design, if you guys were wondering on what I did with Shifu. I'm not allowed to show him once again. Go check out the Rewind, but he does use the same body technique that I did with EB, which is basically using all sculpted parts, a couple bricks on top, and then 2 minifigure hands to hold accessories, which he was the first figure to use that design. I just went back on the EB figures later to do them with that design, which that was before I learned how to 3D print Lego babies, Lego baby pieces. So yeah, that's why they do this design, which I kind of like this design a bit more. Yes, they're much bigger than they should be, but whatever, it's okay. But yeah, that's kind of the big thing for 2025 is the Kung Fu Panda Showcase finally coming out. I guess the other thing for 2025 is that there will be more set reviews, but there always is. And that's kind of it, honestly, for 2025. Of course, Kung Fu Panda, that's kind of the big thing that's coming out in 2025 so far. I don't really have any other plans because maybe I'll catch up on some figures from 2024. I do have a Deadpool and Wolverine video coming out. I do know that. Hopefully, because I did place an order for something, so hopefully that comes in the mail. But yeah, I will be making a Deadpool and Wolverine video for 2025. And yes, here and there, I will probably pick up the Sonic sets. And yes, I'll probably do set reviews on that as well. So that's mostly the plan for 2025. Those are kind of the big thing that is happening. Kung Fu Panda is the big showcase. And the reason why that is kind of the only big thing that I have planned is because 2025 for me is a very personal year because I'm turning 18 as well as I'm graduating high school. So the two big things that either, if you guys are watching this in elementary school, high school, or middle school, whatever school or whatever, one day you're probably going to go through, and it'll be a very big time for you, which right now that is for me. And I'm not really focused on making big giant Lego showcases. The only things I'm focused on right now is, of course, obviously finishing school and also the Lego Kung Fu Panda Showcase, getting that out finally, as well as DJ AJ Productions, making the final videos for the school year that I will ever make. So yeah, those are kind of the big things for me this year, which I guess we'll talk more about DJ AJ Productions. I talked about it a little bit in the personal video that I made, but it is, of course, a new channel that I made. That was kind of the big thing also, is the channel that I made. Also the room tour. I didn't talk about that, but it's just a room, so nothing really special there. But yeah, DJ AJ Productions is the brand that me and my friend made, where we basically make skits and videos for our school, which I personally have gotten more invested in just thinking of it as a school project. So obviously me and my friend dedicate the time to make a 6-minute video, which if you want to know why a 6-minute video is very long in compared to a story-wise instead of a Lego video like this, like usually I always make longer than 6-minute videos. I make hour-long videos, but that is just me talking, and usually I do it in 1 or 2 takes. In a 6-minute video, that is basically 8 hours stretched between school time, which is basically around 50-minute, I think, class periods where I'm able to make a video, and I have to spend about 8 days doing it. So I spent 8 days planning and going through with other people's plan, because if you haven't seen A Colorful Christmas, there was a lot of people in the video, and it was a lot of different planning that I had to do for it. So that's kind of what I guess I'm going to be doing for the rest of the school year, which is basically making videos, which I do have plans for a couple videos. I do have an Easter video planned, as well as a couple other videos that will be announced on that channel. So if you guys want to see any of the skits or anything that I make, maybe behind the scenes, go check out over there. It's pretty fun, honestly, some of the videos that I made. Be On Time is the first one I made this year, if you guys are wondering. But yeah, of course, that's kind of it for the video. Really isn't anything big yet. It's just going with the flow, and that's kind of what 2025 is going to be. I don't know where I'll be next next January. I don't know where I'll be. So it's kind of a very going with the flow, I guess you could say. So that's going to be kind of it for today's video. I know there isn't anything grand or anything yet, only Kung Fu Panda, but yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything planned. Once again, it's a big personal year for me, so I'm not really focused on Lego. So Lego will kind of hit the backseat for this year. Sorry, I know I just hit 1,000 subscribers and everything like that, so I should be pumping out like 30 videos. But, I mean, I'm just busy, man. It's kind of the big thing. Yeah. So, of course, anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully this was informative, I guess, of the rest of the year. So, yeah, man. I'll see you guys later. Peace out and bye.